Hello and welcome back to John R. Prospecting. Today is Monday. We're here at Thermal City. We stopped off at the Panning Troughs, panning some of that material right there, and panning some of the tailings in the panning trough. This is what I found so far. Oh, come on. There we go. We got about 7 or 8 different little specks in there. If you guys could see them. Oh. So that's what I've gotten so far. We're going to be painting some more. And I am going to get in the water later today before it starts raining. So we got to find a decent spot down there somewhere. So we'll be back, show you some more. Alright, so again, a couple pans later, pretty much every pan I've been finding a couple smaller, finer gold, and every now and then I'll grab some material from the pile over there. Long story short, it just started raining here. As you guys could see, the mountain in the background, it's raining. And if not, you guys could hear it on the canopy here. But we found some more gold. Let me show you. Check it out. That is a piece of gold right there. Let me zoom you guys in. Look at that guy right there. Very cool. Almost looks like an arrowhead. And I'm sure there's some more down in the black sands, because that's what I've been doing, panning out the black sands. All the stuff that I found so far is in this bucket right here. I pan it down and check it, make sure there's gold in it, and then I pour the material in the bucket. So that's what I've been doing. We got about 4 or 5 bigger pieces, and there's probably 30 smaller pieces of fine gold in there. So there's the creek. This water is not going to do anything to that. It's probably going to rain the rest of today, but I could pan down here, and I don't know till what time, but I was planning on getting the creek today, but I haven't yet. But we still got a couple more days before the JP Bash anniversary, so we're gonna stay out here, and well, now I'm gonna stay underneath the canopy and pan the material and see how much gold we could find. So again, before I was panning the tailings in here, and I was finding 2, maybe 3, sometimes just a little piece, and I mean super fine gold, nothing too big. This panning trough is pretty much full. This one's almost empty, and it looks like that one out there, that one's pretty much full. The other guy was panning in that far one underneath that canopy, but I still got 2 of these to fill up and haven't really found that much. But we're gonna come back. I'm gonna go get some more material, classify it, 1/4 inch or minus. Wish I had a smaller classifier, but I do not. I do have a 10 mesh, but we'll stick with the 1/4 inch. It's not that bad. I'm gonna go pan or classify some more of that material and pan it out, and we'll see if there's more gold. So we'll be right back. Alright, so the next pan, we already panned out the light stuff. Let me show you the gold. There you go. Let me fix that really quick. There we go. Well, let me zoom you guys in. Alright, let's go back to 1 here. Let me go in a little bit. So there's actually 3 pieces right there. The lens must be wet. But we got 3 little specks right there. We got 1 right there, 2, and then 3 in front of my finger. There's probably some more down in here, and as you guys can see, we got a whole bunch of stuff floating. So we're gonna keep panning. We're gonna take the material and put it in the bucket just like this. Let me get some more water in here. See, there's a lot of black sands in there too. There you go. And then once I make sure there's no more gold in the pan or anything, I go ahead and I twist the bucket here just to get that gold to sink. This way it's not on top of the water or anything. And that's it. So I'm going to go get another pan classified down, 1/4 inch, from that load of material right there. And we're going to pan some more. So it's on and off rating. No one's on the trommel, so yeah. We will be back. There's the update on the river. We'll be right back. All right, so while we're here, we're just going to show you how I do this here. Well, let me make sure the camera could see. Yeah, I can see fine. So this is what we're doing. So we got the Arbor Fabricating Classifier, and we got bigger material in here, as you guys can see here. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to kind of bounce this up and down, get all the material to fall out through the bottom. When we get most of the material out, we're going to take the rocks and move them around, because if there's any clay, this is clay, it'll rough it up and dissolve it. So that's what we're doing now. We're trying to get all the clay out of it. And here's even a bigger piece of clay, big piece of clay. Rub it against other rocks to get rid of it. And then, when we got most of the clay gone, we're going to start looking at these quartz rocks that are red and nasty looking, red, black, kind of like this. We're going to be looking for gold. So, because the quartz has to be rich in iron and ironized, and yeah, it's gotta look like red. How do I know that? Because the one I found was red. That means it's mineralized quartz, highly mineralized quartz, and if it's black, it's even better, because there's some black on the one that I found. If it's just white, it's really not nothing, but the more oranger and redder it is, the better it is. You have a chance of finding some gold. So we're just going to keep moving them around, getting the clay off the rocks. Keep doing it. And here's another piece of clay we got to get dissolved, rubbing against other rocks. Alright, so this is the bigger material here. We're going to look for any quartz with gold on it, or quartz that looks red and nasty like this. Let me go look at this. And no, there's some mica on it, but no gold. Yeah, if you're finding quartz like this, that's mostly white, So that's mostly white quartz. You won't find any gold on any of that, so that we just throw away. But you want to look at them because there could be gold on some of it. Like on this one, it's red. It has a lot of mica on it, and of course you guys can't see because it's dark underneath here. But yeah, that's all we're doing right now. Making sure there's no clay. Fish just jumped or something. This is a pretty big one. Or something fell in the water. Yep, no more clay. Looks like all the clay dissolved. Very cool. Now I just pour out the rock. Alright. And now what I'm doing is wiping off my hands. And then we're gonna stratify and get all the heavies to the bottom of the pan. And then wash off the light material and continue the process. And looking at the bigger stuff. Getting all the heavies to the bottom. Stratifying. Washing off the light material. Getting more of the bigger stuff out. Looking at them, making sure there's no clay on them. Continue the process until you have heavy black sands left. So right now all the heavy black sand should be in the riffles in the pan. This is a Garrett Super Sluice. Continue to wash it off. Now I go in here and get some of the bigger rocks. And throw them out after you look at them. And when I get down to a little bit, like maybe one more time here. Yep. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other pan and I'm going to put all this material in here. Because I think this black pan is a little bit easier to use than this Garrett Super Sluice, at least in my opinion. You could process the material with this, but don't do your final panning. And what I'm going to do is with the Garrett Super Sluice, I'm going to use it as a catch pan. So now there's no material in it, it's just plain water, well, nasty water, but there's just water in it. And I'm going to pan into it. This way, if there was any gold in here that I washed away, when I get home at a later date, I could go through all the panning concentrates and in a controlled environment, clean it up and go from there. I don't know if there's gold in this or not. Sometimes you'll find fine gold, sometimes you'll get a nice bigger speck of gold, but yeah, you're not gonna find 30 or 40 pieces of pan, no. This is the material that they put on the trommel, and there's only a little bit of material left anyway. So there was a guy here a little while ago from when I started. He was getting about a speck every pan, and if you're not getting a speck, you're at least getting fine gold. So all I'm doing is I'm picking out the bigger rocks, because you should be classifying it the size of your gold, because the way how this material works is the heavy material always wins. So if you have a rock and you have a bigger, or if you have a piece of gold and a bigger rock, the gold should go down to the bottom of the pan. It should. But if you have a bigger rock mixed with that gold, you have a chance of washing off the gold. So that's why when you get home, you normally go through your panning concentrates and clean it up and go through it really good in a controlled environment. So now when you get most of the bigger rocks out, this is where you start back panning it, and then getting the last little bit of the bigger rocks down. But you want to make sure they're still in water, so if there is gold, you want to try to keep all that stuff up on top. But getting out the rest of the bigger stuff, and then you kind of just wash the material back down in the remainder of the lighter stuff, and you tap it, help the gold back up, and now wash it down. Now this is where you could pick and get all the rest of the light stuff down. And again, there's going to be a lot of material floating. And I may not get all of the material out, but I'm going to get most of it and look. And let's see what we got. It's too dark, you're not going to see it. Let me zoom you guys in. There we go. See that? We got one little speck right there. So that's not too bad. Let me zoom you guys back out. And then again, I know it's dark underneath here, but with that one speck, there's probably some more specks, even smaller specks, that I lost while I was panning. So I'm gonna come over to my bucket right here, and we're gonna put this material inside the bucket. And like I said earlier, when we get to a controlled environment at home, when I pan it or dry it and pan it, we'll get all the gold out of it. So that's all I've been doing all day today so far, and collecting panning concentrates, and eventually we'll clean this stuff up and get the gold out of it. I was supposed to go in the creek today, but I haven't done that yet. So there we go. And I probably washed some of the gold off while I was when I was panning the lights off that pan anyway. So that's why I use a safety pan, and every time I put material in the bucket, just twist a little bit, just to get the material to move, so all the heavies go back down to the bottom of the bucket. And that's it. So I'm going to continue panning and pan some more. I guess we'll come back and we'll show you guys some more gold. We'll be right back. All right. Next pan, let me show you what we got. We got a couple little tiny specks up there, nothing too big. And again, there's probably more tiny little specks in there, but we're gonna keep going at it. They are closed now. It's after 4 o'clock or 4:30, but we're gonna pan a little bit more and find something to eat, but not much going on here. Off and on rain showers, that's about it. Creek is still looking good. So, all right, well, let me come back and we'll show you guys some more once we pan some more out. All right, we are here at the Panning Troughs still. Directly the next pan from that last one you guys saw. Again, we found some gold. Well, let me show you. There's the gold. Let me zoom you guys in. Yeah, see, it's not really coming out when I zoom in. But right there we got 3 little specks. Got a nice little wiry bit right in front of my finger. And then 2 more right there. There you go. Now you can see it. Very cool. All right, we're gonna come back. Uh-oh. Mine boss. All right, we're gonna come back and show you the next pan. All right, so we panned another pan. Again, all these pans are right in a row. I'm not skipping anything. You're seeing every pan I got. So this pan, the direct next pan, right there, we actually got 4 pieces this time. Let me fix that. We got 4 pieces. We got 1 little micro speck on the end, that bigger piece right next to it, and then 2 smaller pieces. We got 1 right there, and then 1 on the very end. So there is 4 pieces there. Kind of see the other one on the edge of that material, but there's 4 pieces right inside of that material right there. Let me move you around and show you guys. So there you go. You can see 4 there. So there you go. There's the 4 pieces right there. And again, there's probably more material down in that, but we won't know until we get it home and clean it up. So again, I'm going to continue panning. Still looking great out here. Still looking great. Not raining. So, all right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit with some more gold. All right, same last pan. Let me show you the gold. Can you see it? Right there, we got 2 little specks. So, there we go. Let me move the camera. So yeah, 2 or 3 specks, still every pan. Not too sure how much I'm going to be down here for. It is after 5 o'clock. I think it's almost 6. So, I don't know. I am working that pile still. So, it hasn't rained for a little bit now. Hopefully the rain don't come. But who's to say? I think that's going to be it. I don't want to keep showing you guys pans with 2 or 3 little specks. If I get anything bigger, I'll come back and I'll show you. We are going to take this material home that's in the bucket and do a controlled cleanup where I could clean it with some clean water and some jet dry, because this water is going to be too nasty. Gold is floating. I won't be able to get all the gold, so we're going to do it at home. Again, it's my first day here, so we got plenty of time here to do whatever. I should have gotten the river today, but maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I'd figure, you know what, we'll go panning today, and that's all. So that's why we're here. But if I do find anything coming up here in the next couple of pans, we'll show you. But if not, we're gonna end the video. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to help support our channel, please check out our Patreon page. I'll have a link below in the description. Also, hit that thumbs up. YouTube says they like it and it helps share the channel. And so if you guys will, I greatly appreciate it. Stay tuned for some more awesome videos from Thermal City Golden Gem Mine. Stay tuned. We got some more coming up. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.